You are constantly told you can make massive wealth while completely fast asleep. Flashy internet gurus scream from screens promising instant retirement and endless luxury vacations. They aggressively show off incredibly fast sports cars to grab your desperate attention. You imagine yourself sipping cold margaritas on a beautiful, sunny tropical island beach. They claim you simply buy an asset, set it up, and collect cash. The internet is flooded with secret funnels guaranteeing you absolute financial freedom today. Everyone believes they will spend the next 40 years relaxing without any effort. You watch massive piles of virtual money magically appear inside your bank account. It feels like the ultimate cheat code to escape the grueling daily grind. But suddenly, that beautiful dream shatters into a million tiny, incredibly dangerous pieces. True passive income is incredibly expensive, dangerously fragile, and painfully slow to build. What if I told you the term was never invented as a wealth strategy? If you're finding value in these hard financial truths, hit the like button. Share this video with someone who needs a reality check, and subscribe for more. Back in the 1980s, the government created this specific term for taxes. It was specifically designed to stop wealthy individuals from using fake investment losses. Millionaires were erasing their massive active tax bills using phantom properties they ignored. A high-earning lawyer smiles broadly at a massive paper loss he claimed. The IRS finally cracked down, slamming the giant loophole completely and permanently shut. They stated you could never use passive losses to offset active income anymore. Decades later, clever internet marketers hijacked this incredibly boring legal tax category term. They transformed it into the ultimate fantasy of getting free money for nothing. The internet insists you should instantly start a profitable dropshipping business on autopilot. They sell you an incredibly expensive online course teaching you the exact methods. You stay up incredibly late configuring your brand new online storefront and products. The clock reads 2 in the morning as you drown in customer emails. Your primary advertising account gets permanently banned without any warning or logical explanation. You are frantically trying to process refunds for angry customers across the globe. The harsh reality sets in that this is just delayed profit active work. You are doing heavily front-loaded labor disguised cleverly as hands-off income. Next, they tell you to simply buy real estate and collect rent effortlessly. You imagine sitting back while your tenants pay off your expensive mortgage every month. But you quickly learn that owning a house means you own the problems. A toilet overflows violently at 3 in the morning, destroying the entire floor. You just traded a boss you hated for 20 tenants calling you constantly. Every single time something breaks, you are the only person they will call. A self-managing landlord spends an average of 12 grueling hours every month. You are not an investor. You are a severely underpaid property management company. You sit down and look closely at the terrifying numbers on the spreadsheet. Revenue is not income. Your rent check shrinks massively after paying all expenses. Property taxes, insurance, repairs, and vacancies slowly eat your entire profit margin alive. You realize you need 12 properties just to replace a standard average salary. Without a massive portfolio and a dedicated management team, you are truly trapped. You officially just bought yourself a second job with a very expensive hobby. What about stocks? Just buy dividend shares and collect those massive corporate checks. You invest thousands of dollars and wait patiently for the ultimate payout day. A tiny, incredibly sad $300 check drops onto the wooden table. Most corporate dividend yields sit securely between a mere 2 and 5%. A $10,000 investment yields just enough for one single fancy dinner. To make $40,000 a year, you need a literal $1 million portfolio. Yes, dividend income is truly passive, but it absolutely is not free whatsoever. You pay for it entirely upfront in massive, staggering amounts of hoarded capital. The classic 4% rule says you need 25 times your spending. But in today's economy, a genuinely safe withdrawal rate is closer to 3. This tiny percentage drop means you need an extra $150,000. And you completely forgot about the silent, invisible monster known as rapid inflation. $40,000 today buys significantly less than it did 10 years ago. A calendar flips rapidly 20 years into the future while you watch helplessly. In 20 years, you will need $72,000 just to buy groceries. Then there is the absolute most terrifying monster hidden entirely in the closet. Sequence of returns risk is the ultimate destroyer of early retirement dreamers everywhere. You could do everything perfectly right, quit your job, and still go broke. Imagine the stock market crashes the exact day after you hand in notice. If you are forced to sell shares at rock-bottom prices, you lose. Your portfolio permanently shrinks, and it will absolutely never mathematically recover from this. This is exactly why standard average return calculators are incredibly dangerous and misleading. The stock market is a terrifying roller coaster that does not care about you. The only protocol to survive this massive drop is a thick cash buffer. You must keep 1 to 3 years of living expenses entirely in cash. It ensures you never have to sell a stock down 20% ever. So if passive income takes massive capital, how do you get it initially? True wealth generation begins immediately with maximizing your daily active earning power today. Passive income is not meant to get you rich. It keeps you rich. If you aren't making a decent active income, passive wealth is irrelevant right now. You cannot save your way to massive wealth if your income is low. The piggy bank is completely smashed and replaced by a glowing brain icon. The absolute best investment you can make is acquiring incredibly rare, valuable skills. These unique skills allow you to drastically multiply your active income every year. You must build an engine first, which takes years of incredibly hard work. Starting a business takes massive seed capital, serious time, and intense daily passion. Or you can simply maximize the earning potential of your regular daily job. Most millionaires classify themselves as regular savers and investors, not wild risk takers. Passive income is not free. You pay for it upfront using 3 currencies. Currency 1 is time. If you lack money, you pay in grueling hours. Currency 2 is capital. If you lack time, you need massive cash reserves. Currency 3 is systems. You completely scale through smart automation and effective delegation. This is why wealthy people seem to make massive money doing absolutely nothing. They already paid the massive, grueling price many, many years ago in blood. They happily spend their money today to completely eliminate time-consuming, boring tasks. They buy their precious time back to focus on high-earning, productive tasks. The most successful early retirees always use a highly diversified, brilliant hybrid model. They combine active work, long-term index funds, and semi-passive cash flow. You do not need massive cash flow to cover a ridiculous luxury life. You just need enough cash flow to let you sleep peacefully at night. But there is a variable 10 times more powerful than your investment returns. Your daily spending habits dictate exactly when you get to be totally free. A $15 monthly subscription actually requires incredibly massive capital to support forever. A $500 car payment requires massive amounts of invested portfolio capital. The actual cost of luxury is the years of freedom it steals away. The people who actually pull this off ruthlessly freeze their lifestyle in place. They decide exactly what enough looks like and refuse to buy more stuff. Life is a competition, and we constantly anchor success to our close neighbors. Once you view spending as a psychological itch, you realize it is fake. You are simply buying expensive status symbols to signal success to other people. If you lived on a deserted island, you would instantly choose pure utility. In your 40s, you finally realize nobody was actually thinking about you anyway. Saving is not hoarding. Every dollar purchases a piece of your future independence. It gives you the total flexibility to leave a terrible, toxic job today. Independence exists on a spectrum. You do not need millions to feel benefits. At 50% coverage, you take a job that is twice as fulfilling. But what happens when the alarm clock finally stops ringing completely and forever? A week at the beach is paradise, but a year is a terrifying crisis. Humans are natural problem-solving machines. Without problems, we invent them from nothing. If you retire from something without retiring to something, you crash and burn. The ultimate formula for a good life is absolute independence plus higher purpose. The most successful passive income earners absolutely never stop working or producing value. They simply stop doing work they hate, buying complete autonomy over their time. Because a massive, incredibly expensive big house will not make you happy empty. True wealth is the amazing ability to fill your home with loved ones. Peak life is not a status symbol. It is uninterrupted time without stress. Think deeply about your reverse obituary and what people will actually say today. Never in a million years will your obituary list your passive income streams. When interviewed, thousands of 90-year-olds never wished for more money ever. They all deeply wished they spent much more time with their loved ones. We are biologically wired by our dopamine to always crave more than necessary. It is the dangerous arrival fallacy, telling yourself you will be happy there. Ultimately, there are only two real ways to get wealthier in this life. You must sacrifice more active effort today, or simply decide to want less. True financial independence starts exactly here with these fundamental, undeniable 5 core steps. Step 1. Maximize your active earning power by building incredibly rare, valuable skills. Step 2. Ruthlessly defend the gap by freezing your lifestyle completely in place. Step 3. Buy back your time by delegating all time-consuming, boring tasks. Step 4. Build a diversified engine of low-cost index funds and cash. Step 5. Keep a thick shock absorber buffer to survive the bad years. Design your ideal life before you ever try to design your investment portfolio. The most secure people are the ones with the absolute most ultimate flexibility. You must constantly evaluate what truly brings you absolute joy every single day. Avoid the terrifying trap of lifestyle creep that destroys your hard-earned wealth. Automate your investments so you never have to actively think about saving money. Remember that time is the only truly non-renewable resource in your life. Spending money to impress strangers you deeply dislike is the ultimate financial trap. Learn to perfectly decouple your personal self-worth from your financial net worth. Find incredible joy in cheap, incredibly fulfilling hobbies like walking or simply reading. Teach your children the exact same principles so they avoid the capital trap. Ignore the flashy, fake gurus who desperately want to sell you their courses. A simple, highly predictable index fund will historically beat complex stock-picking strategies. Your savings rate is vastly more important than your annual investment return rate. Don't ever let the fear of missing out destroy your carefully crafted plan. A rich life is defined strictly by your absolute control over your calendar. Every dollar you choose not to spend today buys you freedom tomorrow morning. Stop constantly comparing your Chapter 1 to someone else's curated Chapter 20 today. You can always make more money, but you can never make more time. The ultimate flex in the modern world is having a completely empty schedule. Financial peace is waking up and realizing you do not have to work. But you choose to work anyway because your work brings you deep meaning. The goal is not to retire early. The goal is to be free. Freedom means you can confidently say no to anything that drains your energy. It means you can absolutely say yes to everything that lights you up. The passive income myth sold a lie of total laziness and zero effort. The truth is that real wealth requires massive initial action and extreme discipline. You must be willing to do today what others absolutely refuse to do, so that tomorrow you can live exactly how others absolutely cannot ever live. Remember the 3 currencies again: your time, your capital, and your automated systems. Protect your time fiercely, as it is your most valuable, irreplaceable active asset. Deploy your capital strategically to buy back the hours you previously gave away. Build systems that work tirelessly in the background while you sleep perfectly soundly. Do not fall for the incredibly toxic trap of aggressive, mindless lifestyle inflation. Keep your primary overhead incredibly low so your ultimate freedom remains incredibly high. Find your specific, unique enough number and fiercely refuse to move the goalposts. Celebrate the small, quiet daily victories instead of waiting for massive financial windfalls. Understand that true wealth is invisible. It is the things you don't buy. It is the total lack of debt, the lack of stress and panic. It is the profound ability to simply sit perfectly still in absolute silence. No boss to answer to, no aggressive alarms to wake you up early. This is the absolute true power of maximizing your personal active earning engine. This is the exact reason why you ruthlessly defend the gap every day. This is why you intelligently build a deeply diversified, unshakable financial foundation today. You are not just building a basic portfolio, you are building a life entirely by your own specific design. totally free from external expectations. So actively ignore the loud, flashy gurus desperately selling you fake, easy shortcuts. Embrace the beautifully boring, highly effective, incredibly slow path to absolute financial mastery. Freedom comes entirely from realizing exactly how incredibly little you actually truly need. Mastering your wealth requires continuous action. Like and subscribe to keep sharpening your financial edge. Drop a comment below sharing your personal approach to passive income, and stay disciplined.